Really?
And not a woman
Person.
overboard?
Women don't fall off of boats. So everybody stay inside the boat until we get to the shore and I tell you you're good to get off, all right? Are we ready to go?
Get in there.
Sting.
Are you feeling bad?
Where are you guys? Come on, the pain. Come on.
Have you ever gone to that little island over there with that
We
rock?
aren't allowed on that island.
Oh, that's the one.
Well, that's Payne Island. That's the one that's protected, but that one is also not. It's not for different reasons, but
Yeah,
because it's so cool.
that looks awesome.
They want to keep it cool. Exactly.
No, I don't like flipping people off boats. It never fares well for the captain. That's how we get in trouble. It is, and you know, I drive boats and work on them. I don't really like to fill out paperwork. As much as I love reading, something about
Boogie boogie.
I cannot see the bottom.
wow. 20, you guys want to take back the boat? No.
I still cannot see the bottom. The bottom is deep. I see bulk kelp that's very long.
Okay.
Wow,
Really, really deep.
those are big.
I can see the bottom. It's coming up. It's very deep still. 15 feet or so.
Oh my.
Probably more. And you're solid. It's a slope all the way up. 2 feet all the way up and you'll be good.
Nice.
I'll hop out and I'm gonna pull the boat out a little bit. Welcome. All right, so you guys don't forget when you get off the boat, you are going to scoot as far up as you can. The further up you scoot your butt, the more shallow the water's gonna be. Right here, some ankles.
Take some of the weight
You
out.
might step in like a monkey spot, you know, and go. You know.
All right.
Good to
Are
go?
you guys okay if they come out on both sides?
Yeah.
All right, so you guys come out on both sides. Once you get on shore, hang out together, take your PFDs off, and I'll collect them.
Oh, the bird's like, what are you doing?
Sorry, dude.
Short ride.
The short bus.
I have 9 shore wipers plus myself ready when you are. Come on down.
You want a stick?
No.
Okay, well I brought you one.
Thank you. Do you want me to carry it?
You guys just stay together for 1 sec.
You can hold.
I'll get picked up right here. Okay, thank you guys so much. All right, everyone. So, thank you. Thanks for the lift. Alrighty. So, we've all been on land at this point? Yeah. No, some people have been kayaking all week long. All right, so every time we get onto shore, we do a quick safety brief. Everywhere we go, there are bears. Here on the QU Islands, here at Kiku Island chain, there are black bears. There have been brown bears everywhere else, but here they are black bears. So, yeah, we're on islands, but bears can swim. So they do all the time, and it's one of the cutest ways to see a bear. Get out, shake their cute little bear ears. I love it. But of course, we don't want to see a bear, especially on a small island. So, if we were to see a bear, what's the number one thing we would not do?
Run.
Exactly. And if we see someone running, what will we do?
Let them go.
Kick them in the kneecap if you have to. No,
Run in the opposite
just
direction.
grab them, casually say, oh, remember, we gotta stay calm. Let's get behind Tara. And we'll get behind me, because if I need to use my bear spray, I'm going to want you guys not to get sprayed. So I don't want you to fan out. I want you right behind me, touching my back.
Burn.
Yes. Really easy way to not have a good day. What do you see? A bald eagle. Oh my gosh. Look at that majestic creature with the Baranof mountain range right behind. That's beautiful. All right, you guys, so I think we're gonna start making our way over here. Very slippery, so just be cautious. Please be careful with those sticks and where you're stepping. It's pretty hard to avoid stepping on a living creature here because everything is living, but we're gonna do our best not to stab sea stars.
Yes.
Giant clamshell.
I
There's some guys living in there, little mussels and stuff. Under the sea. Okay. All right, well, let's walk along the shore as we're doing this.
What a beautiful day. be a rock.
So a good rule of thumb when flipping over rocks is never flip over a rock that you need more than one hand to flip over. When we flip them back over, we do it really gently. So this guy here, oh, there's a clam squirting at us. This is a fish that can kind of survive without any water for quite some time. This is a gunnel fish. This here is a peanut worm.
Ew.
Rinse them off. I should have kept that big shell for my collecting.
Right.
Oh, here's one. Not quite as big, but
There's behind us. There's clams squirting out.
Oh yeah. Look at that.
They might squirt you too, so be careful. So you can tell that look at his little tail there. And he's got little pectoral fins right here. So definitely not an eel. Bunch of different kinds of gunnels. We've got banded ones with stripes and kelp ones that are green. And this is one of the things that the bears are looking for when they're flipping over rocks. So they get a little bit bigger, but they're really quite small. This peanut worm here, he has a thing coming out of his front side called a proboscis, and it is basically a long projection that comes out with a tentacle surrounding it, and it's a voracious predator, so it'll shoot it out and eat whatever it is it's trying to eat and then bring it right back into its mouth. So dynamic duo here.
Would he try to eat the fish? Too big.
No, too big. Yeah, more like copepods and plankton and things like that. So I'll put him back. See if there's... Oh, we got another peanut worm in there. Peanut worm party. All right, I'll just kind of do that so they won't get crushed when I drop this back. There we go.
Will they stay there under the rock, or will they go somewhere else?
So the worms will burrow themselves in the sand. So there's different zonations in the intertidal ledge, right? So the benthic zone underneath the ground, you've got lots of different worms and clams and things like that. And then the gunnels, they're gonna come out when the tide is high, they'll swim around. But they will stay pretty close to where we're finding them now. It's trying to avoid predation from larger things.
I'm gonna dig these clams up so bad.
You want me to unfold that for you?
No, I don't need it yet. I volunteer.
Oh, look at all these worms!
Oh, big hole.
A what?
Big hole.
Oh yeah. Totally.
These are all different worms.
Oh,
These,
really?
Yep. Oh my gosh. So this is an annelid. This is a marine version of an earthworm. Similar. So cute. Oh my gosh. We've got a little baby helmet crab. That's unique. And these are another kind of annelid crab. Yeah, so most of the little crabs we're going to see under the rock are shore crabs. We've got purple shore crabs and green shore crabs.
Trying to eat you.
The worms are giving me a hand massage. It's great. But this guy is a helmet crab, so this is a baby version of a crab that's going to be about the size of my hand. It's carapace-will, the shell, and it's furry. If you pet it, it feels like a dog. I don't know if this little guy, he's just starting to get he's going through puberty. He hasn't gotten his hair on his face yet. But, so most of the shore crabs we're going to see are either going to be purple or green or a variation between the two. And the purple shore crabs are called Hemigrapsis nudus, and the other ones are Hemigrapsis corrigana. And the nudus part refers to the hairs found on their arms. There are some very fine hairs on their arms. Because they change, there's like variations in colors, even though they're called the green and the purple shore crab, they kind of vary. So that's the way you can tell. All right, there's lots of other worms in here too, but I'm gonna let these guys all go. I'm gonna put this guy out to the side while I flip it.
They're just going crazy over here. Squirting everywhere.
Oh yeah.
All right, we'll walk with them around here. Look at the size of these barnacles. Oh, here's some anemones too. They're sucked in right now. So if you've never touched an anemone and felt, oh, here's a kite.
He's peeing now.
Oh, and here's another anemone. Has anybody ever stuck their finger in an anemone before?
No.
Who wants to be the first?
I'll do it.
So, how do you wait before you do you have any lotion, sunblock, or anything on your hands?
No.
If anybody has that stuff on their hands and they are going to want to touch anything, go ahead and rinse your hands out in the sea before we go any further. And you can just stick your finger right in there gently and leave it there. Oh, leave it. You can feel it curl up. Is it sticky?
Not really.
Not yet? Okay. Well, some of them are a little more sticky than others, but
Well, that's pretty cool.
yeah, so the sea anemone is basically, it's in the same family as a jellyfish. One has its tentacles upright, which is the anemone, and the other jellyfish has them down. So that's what that animal is. It's basically, think of it as the body plan of a jellyfish, except it's on a stalk. So a bunch of tentacles around it. Right now they're curled up inside of its petal is what they're called. But when they go to feed, they have those tentacles surrounding a mouth. Their mouth, there's only one way in and out. So their mouth is both an anus and a mouth. It's known as a manus. It's a real term. Okay. And so
That's what it felt like.
yeah. So they take their tentacles and they're sticky. You should have felt a little more stick, but they stick to organic decaying material, copepods, planktons, things like that, and they'll take that, get it stuck onto their tentacles, and then they'll put it into their mouth. So if you watch a time-lapse video of them doing it, it's just kind of like all these hands feeding the central mouth. They're really cool. Oh. So maybe we'll see more around here.
If you want, it's right there. Stick your finger in the middle and wait. It'll grip you a little bit. It doesn't get tight.
Once you've already touched them, you've used it up for the day.
Okay.
So there's
Don't bug it too much.
3 more. There's a bunch of them over here, all at the very edge.
Okay.
We're gonna walk around to the other side where I think you might get some more. Some real juicy.
Is it getting you?
Yeah,
Isn't that weird?
it is.
It's like a moving mushroom.
Yeah.
You're good.
I've ever seen.
There's a lot of goodies here.
In New Jersey, we just call them piss clams. I don't know. It's just the way it is. And they're on the menu that way.
Yeah?
Yeah, the restaurants.
Or mermaid's bladder or bull's pulp. And this makes the majority of our kelp forest here in southeast Alaska. Does anybody live in California? In California, you have this, all down the west coast we have it, but down in California they have another one as well. This stuff grows in one season, so it grows feet every day in the summer. So it starts at the very bottom.
There's like an altercation going on.
Have you tasted any of that yet?
No.
It's good. Salty?
I tasted the bull kelp.
Yeah.
From another one.
These boogers are pretty
At
good.
the bottom
The more
of
you
this
chewed it, the
is
bigger it
something
got.
that looks like
For me
roots.
anyway. Maybe they gave me a too
It's
big
not
of
a
a piece,
root
but
because it's not a plant, and it's called a holdfast. And the holdfast connects to a rock. It can be a tiny little rock, huge rocks, but it anchors itself down so it can withstand the wave action in the deep sea. And bull kelp and kelp in general, they just grow in the kind of latitudes like where we're at, the higher latitudes. They need cold, rocky intertidal. And so it starts out at its little anchor, and then the stipe, this stem part, this starts growing and growing and growing and growing, sometimes feet a day. And then the very end here, this is called the nematocyst, and this is the bladder that's filled with gas. So like a plant, although it's not a plant, it photosynthesizes. And one of the byproducts of photosynthesizing are gases, right? Like trees make oxygen for us, right? This makes a mix of gases, some of it being carbon monoxide. And there's enough carbon monoxide in here to kill a chicken. They've done studies. Yeah.
It's not a plant.
Nope, it's not a plant, it's a protist. So we've got fungus, plants, animals, and protists. Protists are anything basically that aren't those other things, except for bacteria. So what it is it's an algae. So all seaweed is algae, not all kelp is, or not all seaweed is kelp. So we've got, you can see down by the beach there were some green algae, we have red algae, and then brown algae. Kelp is always going to be some form of brown algae. And now on these blades, what's good? Oh, here's some, perfect. On these blades, once it's towards its end of its life, it's going to start developing these things here. There they are. See that dark patch right there? It's called a sporangia, and that's full of spores. It's actually full of eggs, basically. And so around the edge, you can see it's lighter, just a fine line. That part's going to decompose, and this packet of spores is going to drop down to the bottom of the ocean, and it's basically going to plant like seeds, plant little tiny seaweeds. They're not actual seeds, but what they are is both the egg and the sperm in one package. They don't need to be fertilized or anything.
How efficient?
And then this is going to overwinter. Those little guys are going to overwinter. In the next end of winter, early spring, they start developing into baby seaweed. And then all of this, which can be hundreds of feet long, the whole thing, grows in one season. So they've recorded it up to 4 feet of growth per day.
And from what egg?
Yep, just from one little plant. Yep, so there's hundreds of eggs in these little guys, or spores, sporangia. Anyway, so this stuff here, this is another brown algae or brown seaweed. It is not a kelp, though. This is called poor man's firecrackers or bladderwrack or fucus, and it pops. And inside, you can pop them, and inside is an aloe vera like consistency that actually is UV protecting. You can put it on your skin. I've been putting it on my skin for 87 years. That's how good. And this stuff is edible, as is the bull kelp. If you are camping out here and boil a hot pot of water and toss it in, it turns into an emerald green. Not my favorite tasting one. It's kind of bland, but it's really fun if you've got kids to kind of check this out. Yeah. And the reason it's got this UV protecting stuff in here is because its eggs and sperm are kept in here. Yes, I just threw sperm all over my face. It's just seaweed. It's fine. So they have this protective stuff in here because this, just like the nematocyst on the bull kelp, that floating bulb, these things are floating too. So they're floating so that they disperse further and further, and they've got a more wide range. So they will do the same thing. They'll float around, and then they'll kind of start to decompose, and they'll have the same life cycle as the bull kelp. Pretty cool. All moisturized here. There's other seaweeds around here too. I won't go into big details about all of them, but this is another. This one's called the dragon kelp, and it's got its nematocyst down the long spine of it, and little floating capsules in the center. This one is my favorite one to eat. You got to get it fresh out of the water. We'll go around that way. I'm going to leave you guys It's a dead one. Well, it was a female. No, it was a male. This looks like a juvenile, maybe rock crab, probably a rock crab.
How long
Hard
has
to
it been
tell.
dead and how did it die?
It actually isn't. It didn't die, and it's still alive, possibly. So,
Oh, really?
yes, when crabs grow, so that when they're born as a little plankton. They don't look like crabs. They look like a shrimp with one eyeball, and they metamorphose into a few different forms before they turn into what looks like a crab. And when they turn into a crab, they're teeny tiny at first, and they have a hard exoskeleton, right? It's made out of chitin, and when they are ready to grow, their whole body inside swells with water and cracks open, and they crawl out, and then they hide underneath a rock for usually 48 hours. It depends what species of crab, and then they harden up a new shell. During that time, some crabs, that's when they mate. So the female will go underneath the male, and the male will get on top. He'll do his mating, and then he'll protect her. And then the female, she'll grow eggs, and she grows them underneath her abdomen here. Now this is a male, you can tell because it has this long thing here, right? A female wouldn't have that. It would be, this whole thing would be a flap, and it opens up, and she stores hundreds of eggs in there. And she is a great little mother. She's got two little hands here, and then she's got a bunch of little filamentous things here, and she aerates them, and she's constantly giving them air, and she's taking really good care of them.
Oh, you're good.
So this crab, I'm pretty sure, is off living its best life somewhere else.
Living a crab life.
Now this is the meander I like.
Mm-hmm. The red algae and the brown algae, they all have different pigments within them, and so it enables them to photosynthesize in different layers. So you see green algae in more shallow water, red algae you'll see in the deepest area, and then the brown algae is anywhere in between.
Ooh, there one just went under there.
Yep.
Running wild.
This rock? Yeah. It's volcanic. So this area, so it's basalt. It's a mafic rock, so it's high in iron and magnesium. Granites, things like that, they're high in silica, feldspar. That's just kind of the difference in them, right? This island area, so the QU Islands kind of geology is really special because it's got lots and lots of different rock from lots of different areas formed in different ways. So you've got Paleozoic limestone, which used to be the bottom of a marine environment, and you've got then another volcanic deposits on top that happened after that, and then you have Triassic volcanic deposits after that, and then you have another area of limestone and shale that used to be the bottom of the marine environment. You also have breccia and all kinds of other things all around. So the area of Alaska where we're at, where the tectonic plates come in, they're bringing over with them these terrains, like floating little islands. And you got to think back like long term, millions and millions of years, right? So when Pangea was all one part, and then started breaking away, tectonic plates start moving, and you get these little tiny baby continents, and they're moving along with the tectonic plate